Honorable judges and fellow participants, in a world that never stops moving, we are told to keep going, work harder, and never settle. But today, I invite you to pause for a moment, to breathe, and to reflect on two words that define our generations: healing and hustling. My speech today is entitled, Rest to Rise. Ladies and gentlemen, mental health is not simply the absence of illness. It's the presence of balance, the harmony between body, mind, and soul. Yet in the modern era, we often forget that mental health is as important as our physical health. Healing means recovery, giving ourselves space and permissions to slow down, to rest, and to repair what is broken within us. Meanwhile, hustling means striving, pushing forward with passions, chasing dreams, and achieving goals. And many people still believe that healing and hustling are two opposite things. The one must choose between resting or working, between peace or ambitions. But in reality, the line between healing and hustling is not a wall. It's a thin, delicate tree, because they are partners, each empowering the other to exist in harmony. Ladies and gentlemen, our generation faces an overwhelming pressure to perform. Social media show us everyone's highlight reel, their achievement, their successes, and we're starting to believe that rest is a failure. We live in a culture that romanticizes exhaustions. We wear dark circles under our eyes like a medal of honors, and we're starting to whisper that I can't stop now. Countless silence are starting to battle. Anxiety, stress, depressions, burnout, and even loneliness. And sadly, many still think that talking about mental health is a sign of weakness. But it's not. It's a sign of awareness, of maturity, and of courage. True hustling is not about working endlessly. It's about working meaningfully. It's not measured by how long we stay awake, but by how much heart we put into what we do. We must learn to redefine success, because success is not only about trophies, grade, or recognitions. It's much more than that. It's also about having peace of mind, emotional stability, and the ability to smile sincerely at the end of a long day. Because what is the value of success if we lose ourselves in the process of achieving it? A person who never stops will eventually fall. But a person who knows when to pause, to heal, and to breathe when tired, that person will rise tired than ever before. Healing is not giving up. Healing is courage. It takes strength to admit that I am not okay. It takes wisdom to recognize that our mind is scared just as our bodies do. Because healing is the foundation that allows us to find clarity, so that when we rise again, we rise with purpose, not with pressures. Ladies and gentlemen, mental health awareness requires more than just conversations. It requires understanding and empathy. We must end the stigma that says asking for help is a sign of weakness. But in truth, it's not. It's a sign of strength and self-respect. To truly balance healing and hustling, we must begin with self-awareness. Recognize the signs of burnout before they silence your motivations. So to every young dreamer listening today, when life feels so overwhelming, remember that it's not wrong to rest and stop for a moment. Because we don't rest to escape life. We rest so that we may rise with peace in our hearts and strength in our steps. Let us build a generation that dares to hustle, but also knows when to heal. As a young people, we have the power to shape a new culture. A culture that celebrates balance and breaks the cycles of burnout. Let us walk toward a future where success and serenity stand side by side. Because in the end, the strongest people are not those who never stop, but those who know when to pause, to heal, and then to rise. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.